Well, hello and welcome to a live stream that apparently is working, which is funny because it shouldn't. I still haven't understood how to do live streams, but to be fair, literally every time I set up a new OBS and a new machine, how to do live streams changes. So I think it's a bit fair if I don't get it right. So I am indeed live, and I do even see myself on the phone, and I think I should be even able to see your comments soon. As soon as I do this, perfect. Nice. I see someone is writing already. Okay, comments disappeared, but that's completely normal. What? Comments? Okay, so I lost the comments. Just a second, please. Oh, here they are. They are back. Hello. Let's zoom in. And of course, this window is completely broken because of course I think I just gonna open the I just closed a dockable window. Yeah, it's fine. Let me just open the YouTube thing. It says studio.youtube.com. And now that I think of it, I didn't even log in. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so live streams. It's somewhere new, live stream. And then we get to the studio. And there's a live stream going on. And I've got messages open in a new window, and then I just do this. And then I do this, and now I see you. Oh, hello. Now YouTube is giving me a warm welcome to my own chat, which, sure, YouTube. Okay, so the next step is to allow you to see the comments, but do I really have to do that? Because of course you see your own comments in the sidebar, but it's usually nicer if I manage to actually bring it up. So it's window capture X composite because I'm on X11. Yes, and then I just select blah blah live stream. Not the right one. Mozilla Firefox. Yes, this one. And yeah. Whoa, looks bad. Just a second, please. Just like this. Now it's perfect. Why am I seeing stuff cropped out? Can I zoom out maybe? Should I zoom out? I'm working on this. Just a second, please. Yeah, like this, and then like this. And then everything works, doesn't it? And I can even go full screen, I guess. Boom. Nice. I think it works now. I think I can turn the volume up. Sure, I can do that. Test. Okay. Everything should be working now, but if it isn't, just tell me. And I can answer a couple of questions. This is mostly a test to see if this streaming setup, which is new, I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm trying to see if it works. So the first question is, when will KDE have auto tiling? Which is a bit of a weird question, because if we consider KDE as having auto tiling, and you mean that by having it out of the box and everything, then yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Sorry, I don't think that KDE will ever have auto tiling out of the box, but I might be wrong. I might absolutely be wrong. However, there are third-party plugins such as Polonium. It's the main one, which can, use the API for the current tiling of KDE and, that could be a very viable alternative, and that could improve over time, and the developers of those plugins could ask as KDE developers to improve the API and so on. I think that's very nice to see, and that could be a very decent alternative to having it even built in. And maybe one day we could even ship with one of those plugins out of the box. I think that would be lovely. Hello, please explain your workflow in IDE and KDE Source Build KDE Builder. So yes, I do use KDE Source Build. It's actually pretty easy. You just say KDE Source Build project name and it does it. And whenever I change some code, I run KDE Source Build name of the project with the flags S and D, which means don't update the source because I've just modified it, and don't build dependencies, so just that project. And as far as IDEs goes, I just use Kate because Kate is good, Kate is enough, Kate lets me do my job. Why is porting X apps like IntelliJ so difficult? Porting X apps to Wayland, I guess? I have no clue. I really have no clue, sorry. That widget is super well made. Love the Arch news integration. The great work done in Arch Update Checker. No, I actually haven't seen it. And I do use Arch on my laptop, which is right over there. So I guess I could try it out. And if it's good, then it's good. Recently even got the feature to remove okay. Increase the volume even more. Sure, I can do that, but test. Okay, so this is even higher volume. And so what I'm trying to do here, hey Nico, do you know of the decoration called Classy? Yes, I know of it. It is a decoration that makes your window borders and title bar super customizable. Do you think something like it can be done for Plasma style? Well, you don't mean Plasma style, you mean the Breeze decoration. And I guess in theory, yes, but I don't think that's gonna happen because Breeze, the Breeze decoration has a lot of options already, and if you want even more, then I think it's fine to have a third-party decoration like Classy, which is actively maintained and a very nice third party to have. I don't think that we should try to offer everything in our first party decoration or anything for that matter when we also have the option to just install third parties. So probably not, but maybe some things could be ported to Breeze, absolutely. A suggestion option to launch with a dedicated graphic driver in the left click menu. I've seen that in Ubuntu and elsewhere. I have no clue how it would be implemented, honestly. I have no clue. So you only write code in Kate. Do you make a debugging? So I do only write code in Kate, yes. And to debug, I usually use console.log hello world in the right places to find the bugs. I don't know how I landed a job, honestly. No, but seriously, it's enough for what I'm doing. How's it going, Nico? Nice to see you on live streaming here. Hello. Well, if this works, if this whole thing works, then in theory you should see me live streaming a bit more often, but it's a bit of a test. The style, specifically the panel and stuff. So, okay. I'm trying to zoom in. What do you mean my voice is too low? Here on the voice level, it says that it's just perfect. And I mean, this is as high as I can go with the voice. I really don't see any way to make it higher. So for the style, so you want something like Classy, but for the Plasma style. Well, again, it's not really something for Breeze, so for a first party, but I've seen some third parties that offer more options. I've seen Lightly, and I've seen the project by Karl Schwann, whose name I just forgot right now, but he also did a very nice customizable Q style, so you can just try that out. I know a while back, stop scrolling, please. Okay, I know a while back some of the devs had a firm stance on build in ways to use different wallpapers for each virtual desktop. Has there been any discussion? Not really. So the thing is that if you want different wallpapers for different virtual desktops, in theory you should be using activities, not virtual desktops, but of course you're not actually using activities. So, but actually implementing that for virtual desktops would be quite painful, because then you need a UI to actually customize the virtual desktop you're on. But of course we don't have anything like that. You could just open a window and then you would have, every time you apply a wallpaper, to select which virtual desktops to apply the wallpaper. It's a bit of a mess. I mean, I guess we could do it. It's not like we're very enthusiastic to do it. I haven't seen much discussion about it though. I'm always needing to run the following to a KDE Plasma. You have to create a bug report. Sorry, I just cannot fix bugs on the fly like this. Who designed the default look of Plasma 6? That person needs some medication. Thanks for the compliment. And I don't know what you mean, because the look is just a giant bunch of stuff, and there's a lot of very experienced designers that came together to design the various parts, and everybody did a bit of things. There's people who worked on the Plasma theme, such as me. There's people who worked on the style, such as not me, anybody else, and so on. So can you say woo? Your voice is... guys, please stay in topic. I'm a computer science student. I'm willing to be a Linux freelance developer. Do you have any advice? Do I have any advice for a science student wanting to be a Linux freelance developer? That's a good question. I'm not sure I do. Like, honestly, what I did was just to try to contribute to a project that I liked and had fun with it, and somehow it worked. I have no idea. I can't scroll. It's so difficult. Can I use this? No, I can't. Why can't I just... No, stop that. Google should really improve the keyboard navigation of this window. Stop, just close everything. Stop. Oh, thank you. Hello. Do you good people of KDE Plasma have the intention to make Breeze icons more modern? I think there is a bit of work going on with that from Andy. I'm not sure if it's gonna go anywhere or when it's gonna go anywhere. And there is also some icons from Ken Vermette, which I also worked a bit on, but again, I'm not sure if that's gonna go anywhere either, because it's really difficult, because we have thousands of icons to work on, so maybe. Thoughts on XZ and how it can be prevented in the future. So I'm gonna do a full video about that, let's be honest. Honestly, I've seen a lot of people say that we got lucky in discovering it, which is fair. We were, probably. And so people as a result said probably there's like a lot of backdoors everywhere which we haven't just noticed. So I'm not too sure about that, because if you actually see the structure of the attack, it seems like it was a very coordinated effort of multiple people. So I'm not sure if we should expect that many attacks of this high quality. We were extremely lucky. How can we prevent it? That's an extremely difficult question, because this was a really well thought out and done attack, I think. And I mean, there are many things that we could do to make it more unlikely, such as having more paying, like this whole thing really used the fact that there was an under-maintained project with a maintainer that was burnt out and having mental health issues. The whole attack really relied on that and pushing him. So maybe if we don't let people burn out. That's going to be easier. It's going to be harder for people to attack, but maybe they can do it anyway, so I don't know. Is there any interest on covering auto tiling for KD6? Is it worth making content on? I did a video about Polonium. I guess I could do a new one if it's better compared to the last one. I don't know, could be. I think it's something worth making content on. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Kind of busy. Wow, so many questions. And I keep messing up. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we were here. Blah blah blah. 10 years GNOME user a year. What's the spirit to try KDE for the first time? After using GNOME for 10 years, wow. What philosophical differences should I expect, and from what perspective should I approach them? That's such a difficult question to answer in just a couple of sentences. So the obvious difference is that KDE Plasma is so much more customizable and has plugins, has themes and everything. So when you come from GNOME, you should expect like the extension system, but applied to everything in much more of a modular manner. But in theory, out of the box, things should be simple and easy enough. It's a bit more like Windows in its workflow, if you know about that. It really depends on what you want. You can customize it a bit to make it more of a GNOME-ish workflow, which again, all relies on customization. Of course, I think that if you come from GNOME, you're going to be a tiny bit overwhelmed by the amount of things you can do and menus and everything. That's a bit normal. And just know that there's a lot of effort in making sure that everything you don't need is not in your face. So, but it's not GNOME. I wish accessibility like Zoom would be under accessibility rather than desktop effects. So yeah, right now desktop effects is a bit of a everything that's technically a desktop effect is all grouped into desktop effects, but probably each option would be better fit for another place, but then it's a bit of a mess. But yeah, you're right. Is there any ideas in relation to better presenting accessibility in UI, such as the settings? I mean, yes, but it's also difficult to do some things like moving the zoom part. So it depends. Like we try to make the best out of what we can do. How can I contribute to KDE Plasma 6 if I suck at anything related to programming? Not an issue. You don't have to do any programming at all to contribute to KDE as a whole. You just go to kde.org and you click on Get Involved and you just skip the section about programming. And then there's a whole other page with dozens of things you can do. It's not an issue at all. I'm trying KDE source build workspace and get an error of WLAN protocol not found, although it's installed in Arch. Sometimes, usually when I get that, it's not WLAN protocols not found, it's WLAN protocols found in this version, but we need a more updated version. So I just manually installed WLAN protocols, which is very easy to do. So you can just manually install it, should work. Grid view in Plasma doesn't redraw windows if they are on another workspace, blah, blah, blah. I have no clue. You should ask Vlad this. It's a bit too technical for me. Sorry. Are they working on new icons? I replied to this already. There is a bug in Plasma 6, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I think this is the same bug that Marco was working on. I think in the latest version of Plasma, on Master at least, so the next version of Plasma should be fixed, but you should make a bug report, but I'm pretty sure we fixed that. I mean, Marco did. So I've been using Kate as Python IDE using Kate LSP. Do you have any tips or comment? Not really, because what should I tell you? Like, it works. It's really good. I've always used Kate as my Python IDE. I use Kate for everything and it just works. I don't have any specific advice. What is the best path to become a KDE developer? Cute. Well, you're an expert, you just start contributing, you just go to kde.org, you click on get involved, you set up your development environment, and you start changing small things in the project, and then you understand how to change bigger things in the project, and you just become a KDE developer. It should be easy. Do you know any KDE relationship with Rust? There used to be just one application in Rust, Icona, made by, what's the name? Janet, I think. I'm not sure which name they go by right now. And that was in Rust. And it was a bit of a pain point for packagers. And now it's abandoned, and there's no other Rust project, and no plan to make others. So not really. And I scrolled too much again. I hate this. I need to change this if I want to. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Not looking to earn a lot of money right now, but do you have any advice to start? Any place to find projects to contribute? I don't really. I'm really sorry to say it like this, but I'm not. Sorry, my OBS is telling me that there's some error, so let me just address that. I hate this. I hate this. Chip. Oh no, everything is small now. Ah, it's laggy. Internet. Yeah, sorry about that. Internet is bad. Let's try to go on. Is this working? Dropped frames 1.8%. Okay, let's see the comments to see if it's working fine. I don't have specific pointers. Maybe you can shoot me an email and I can think about it more. And think of my project. Basically, I'm using to enable single ABI to work. You used a lot of words which I have no clue what their meanings are. I do not know what .o and .a files are. I barely know anything about make files. I barely know anything about Flatpaks from a technical point of view. I pretty much know nothing about ABI. And I've never heard of MS. That's Microsoft Windows, obviously. So it sounds like a cool sentence, which I do not understand. What's being discussed behind the scenes after the theme incident? And there's nothing happening behind the scenes. It's all very public and you can join it and discuss it. There has been a meeting about it and I do not remember exactly what we decided. So firstly, now the message telling you, hey, be careful with this is much more clear. And actually, let me pick up the comments here as well, just to make sure I'm not messing up too much. Yeah. So we're just addressing it. There's discussion, maybe we could moderate the store, but if so, how, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna do a video about that because it's too late, but I should have done one. What does the default KDE app field store? Oh, I can do this. Why does the default KDE app store feel so slow? Does it? Usually it's probably not the fault of the app store itself. We just use the backend that so it's blame the backend, I guess. I don't know. Would the KDE team be interested in explaining the tiling in the direction of fancy zones without add-ons, custom layouts with assigned hotkeys? Maybe, right now there's no active work on that, but if you do a merge request, I guess nobody's gonna stop you. So sure, but I don't think anybody's gonna work on it. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Treating developers bad leads to burnout is a security issue now. Yes. When automatic update to plasmoids, we already have automatic updates to. No, we don't. I just remember that they are actually broken right now. But yes, this is being worked on. So soon, I can say soon. How hard compared to Plasma 5 is to bring GNOME shell workflow 1-to-1 in the new Plasma 6? Should be about the same. Really, should be about the same. I don't think there has been any. Maybe a bit harder because some widgets haven't been ported yet. But hello from Zambia. So fun fact about Zambia, I have no clue how to pronounce it. Zambia, I don't know. I don't even know where it is on the map. If you give me a map, let's actually bring a map up. maps.google.com. Where is Zambia? I have no clue whatsoever. I never got a good grade in geography in high school. And that was the last time I studied geography. Zambia. Where is it? It's gonna be far, I guess. Which distro gives the best experience in terms of usage with KDE Plasma? Depends on what you're doing. There are so many distros, so many different setups. Some are rolling, some are not rolling. Some are weird mixes of KDE is master, but everything else is tables. It really depends on what you're doing, what you expect. I use Ubuntu here. I use Arch over there. And then there's SteamOS over there, which I don't remember what that is based on. Was it Arch? Was it Ubuntu? I don't know. Depends. Also, here's Zambia. Middle of Africa, I would say. I'm so ignorant about geography. You have no idea. Now I know where you are. That's cool. Blah, blah, blah. Which one is lightweight? GNOME or KDE? I have no idea. I could check, I guess. That would be a cool video. I could do a video about that. But I don't know. Both are pretty lightweight nowadays. Why are the desktop corners in the overview effect much more rounded? Because I decided so. I just felt like it looked good. And I could. So I did. That's the easy answer. KDE for Windows Steam. Are the KDE user themes being monitored by a human? I've actually heard mixed things. Like the real answer I think is no right now, but maybe in the future. But actually I've heard that Pling is supposed to check them somehow. I don't think they do, but I'm not sure. So you should ask Pling right now. Pling is the actual one offering the store to KDE. So, but that might probably change. We might decide to actually monitor them. I don't know. Yeah, no, you're completely right. It's just sometimes there's technical details that mess up the whole thing, you know. Oh, the window again. You got a response from Brody. Is that a question or a statement? I mean, I made a video yesterday. I don't think I got any response. Is there any beef between the two of you? I mean, if you can call this beef, I didn't like his video about KDE Plasma 6, so I made a video saying I didn't like his video about KDE Plasma 6, but honestly, I don't have anything against him. I actually quite like his channel and everything, so I wouldn't say I have a beef. I hope it dies there. I was very tempted not to publish yesterday's video, but it's content. How to make a bug report. You just go to bugs.kde.org and you click, you make an account and you click on make a new bug. It's actually pretty easy. There's a lot of buttons to click, like products to select, categories, but if you mess it up, don't worry, we're just gonna fix it. So it's not an issue at all. Don't stress over it. There are developers who aren't using WM and optimize your workflow with Keybin. So first of all, why aren't you using a window manager? Why would I use a window manager when I'm a developer of a desktop environment? Like, at least I dog feed my own products. Optimize using workflow. So my workflow is actually very optimized. So you can't see this. You can't see this, but I've got a pen. And the funny thing about this pen is that it has buttons. And even though this button performs a right click, this other button that's closer to the tip allows me to draw gestures. And as an example, if I do this, it's gonna open the overview. If I do this, it's gonna open the grid view, and then I can do this to switch between desktops. This is better than key bindings. Blah blah blah. Any other Plasma 16 other than Breeze? Is just me? I don't know. Actually, just open a bug report, I guess. I haven't heard anything about it. Hello from Brazil. I love Kitty Plasma. I use it on my Steam Deck. So fun fact, I forgot to say this. I'm currently streaming from my Steam Deck, actually. Maybe you can see this. Actually, this is a terrible idea, but let me try. Right now, yes, sort of works. That is a teleprompter with a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is connected to the monitor, which acts as a Steam Deck connected to the teleprompter. So it's pretty cool. Develop and use free and open source software for election. That is a cool statement. Is that like advice? Should I develop and use free software for elections? I mean, we should do that, in generally speaking. Yes, I think that was fixed as well. I'm pretty sure. But just make a bug report. RIP Steam Deck. Sorry, RIP OBS. Stop your killing. What? I think I'm just gonna stay at the bottom. Sorry, I'm gonna miss so many questions, but let me also. Yeah, I'm lagging. Sorry about that. Now it's back. Internet is what it is. So, we should blur all windows. Okay. Frames are indeed dropping like flies. Let me try another Wi-Fi. Let me try. I'm gonna kill the stream now, but Unique from the Linux experiment got into Linux. That's great. Running Arch, System Engineers. That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm trying a different Wi-Fi soon-ish. No, I think it's not working either, so whatever. Yeah, nothing. What is your email address? You can find it on my website, which is nicco.love. nicco.love. Install Linux or I ain't talking to you. You skip questions. Would you make a new video about the PinePhone? Your small. I could do that. I could do so many things. But it's, you know, it's a busy time for me. So, but yeah, I could do that. I'm not sure I'm gonna do that, but I could do that, especially because this video didn't do that well. So I have to be. I'm not gonna stream on Twitch, honestly. Too much messy stuff. I don't know the platform. I would have to learn how to use it. I'm just gonna do YouTube. I'm gonna You're a student, sorry, what's the question here? If you choose Matrix or Telegram as student daily use case, what you choose, you're a student, tell your daily schedule as the, sorry, I really don't get this question. Can you rephrase it, please? How do you install Plasma 6 on my phone? It really depends. It really depends on your phone. Most likely you can't do that. So you have to search for Plasma mobile compatibility stuff. How do I test stuff? No, if you go into GitLab, it gives you commands to just check out their branch. So I just check out their branch, and then I just build. And I just check out. This is Git stuff. Like this is a Git question. I just check out into their branches. I build, and then I push into their branches if necessary, and nothing special. Postmarket OS, yes, this is usually the project you use to install Plasma on devices, but of course, device compatibility is what it is, sadly. Blah, 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 it's hard-coded changing. Is it hard-coded? I think it used to be not hard-coded within the Plasma themes, but now we're gonna make it hard-coded because of you know what. But no, we're not gonna add an option for that because that is way too deep. Like that is a weird detail to focus on. Okay, your name disappeared for a second. La la la, blah blah blah. I never used NixOS. I'm not expert enough to even understand the core idea of NixOS. I've been told that it's like declarative package manager, which sounds cool. No idea if I can actually achieve it. Has KDE ever looked into separating some of the apps of Gear, blah, 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 into the same release schedule as Plasma itself? Honestly, we are now considering just releasing the entire Gear with the same release schedule of Plasma, I think. I don't remember if we agreed to that, but I'm pretty sure that was part of the discussion. We do use 3 fingers for gestures. Whoa, solved. We do use 3 fingers for gestures. Blah, blah, blah. What distro is closer to KDE Plasma Dev? I have no clue. I guess technically it should be KDE Neon, but also don't use KDE Neon. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Let's shoot into the mix. Nico, is it possible to get a GNOME workflow 1-to-1 in Plasma 6? No, because GNOME is a different project, but you can get close. So, depends how close you want to get. I mean, yeah, sure, I could learn Nix. Sorry, I could learn Nix. It's just, is it what I want to do right now? Oops. Yeah, sorry about that. My website has a lot of typos, I think. .con. Okay. I'm gonna fix it one day. OS3, I basically know nothing of OS3, so. You can do that. I have no clue whether it's gonna work or not. Whether developers will be happy to have that. I don't know. I haven't followed the discussion much. Sorry. Use Notion. No, I don't use Notion. Views on Joplin. I don't use Joplin either. I just use Markdown files. And I edit them with MarkDeep, the editor. That's it. What's the deal with KDE Neon? Is it bad and maintained? It's maintained, but without making any animes on the Kitty Neon side of things. I've had multiple issues whilst upgrading. Multiple times they had an issue when that basically made an upgrade fail, and you would either boot into nothing or you would have significant issues after the upgrade. So I don't recommend it right now. I've seen too many issues on that side of things. Why are you asking this? I don't have any significant annoyances. Like, it works. It works. Pizza. So many questions. Do you watch anime? Yes, I do. I used to. I did use that. I don't watch anime enough anymore. I can show you that though. Wait. So I did watch the entirety of this, which means that yes, I did watch the series and then the films and then the other films, and now I'm getting these little things which I have not even opened. As you can see, they are still in their case because I don't have the time to read them. I'm also a very big fan of this. I've watched the entirety of this, but I guess it's not an anime, right? Because it's Western. So, but my biggest, I can't speak today. The anime that I like the most is, I also have the book on that, but I have no idea where it is right now. Let me see if I can find it. I did. Here it is. Monogatari. Monogatari is just so good. Scott Pilgrim is great. Like, I've seen so many people say, Scott Pilgrim is actually a dick and he goes out with some a girl that's way too... Yes, that's the whole point. He's such a flawed character. Can you put on cat ears? No, I'm not gonna do that right now. Can you please stop saying to fix my microphone? Like, stop that. Everybody else is saying that it works. In here, it's telling me that it works. You're the only person that's telling me that it doesn't work. So, and if it doesn't work, I'm sorry. I just can't do anything about it right now. Evangelion, yes. Neon Genesis. Do you ever try plasma on TV? You look, this monitor is as big as a TV, and I use it as my TV, so. Where's the floating notification pop-ups for the panel? Only works if the whole panel is floating. Notifications are always floating. Pop-ups are also floating if the panel is floating, because they would look super weird if they were attached to nothing. So they have to look floating. I think you gotta check your speaker. Yeah. You have a job except for Plasma Dev? Plasma Dev is my job. Yes, that's... I mean... yes. And I do many things, to be honest. I do YouTube, as you can see. I also do plasma development for Blue Systems as a job. And I also do a bit of other things, such as right now I'm doing some videos for my local Democratic Party, the Italian one, not the American one. No, I never tried the big screen. I mean, I tried it once, but I never actually used it, so nope. But I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I literally cannot do anything about it. I literally cannot do anything about it, I think. Wait, maybe I can do something. Let me just... Let me just... No, test. Yeah, why is it so low? It's weird low. Raise maximum volume. Okay, I can do that. Test. Now it's red. Is this too high? It's telling me it's too high. Is it working? I love how the questions are suddenly getting more stupid. Like, do you know football? Yeah, I know of it. When will you get married? One day. Well, now the volume is so high that my phone, I can hear it from my phone. My ears. The noise is audible. Oh, there's noise? Test. I guess there's noise. Why is there noise? I don't know. You guys complain regardless of what I do. Let's set it a bit lower then. It's a mix. What's thoughts on breathing in oxygen and breathing out carbon dioxide? Honestly, I just stopped doing that 10 years ago and I'm fine. Like, you can say this because of course it's transparent, but I don't actually have any oxygen around me. I just prefer not to, if you know what I mean. I just like pizza. Favorite video game? Good question. It's a very good question. I really like Cave Story, and I really like Disco Elysium, and I really like Kerbal Space Program. If you just go by number of hours played, my top game is totally Kerbal Space Program by far. That thing was my childhood. But do you have a favorite mathematical formula? Yes. Stokes theorem. Can I write it down somewhere and show? Yes, I can. So, I don't have any pen. I just realized. So, nope. But I can say it with words. If I let me just. So, the integral on d of w of the integral on d of omega equals the integral over the border of d. No, that was the opposite. The integral on d of the derivative of omega equals the integral on the border of d of omega. Okay, I said it. Vim or nano. I actually use nano. Yes, I do. Have you ever tried Super Tux Kart? Yes, I've played it for quite some time when I was a child. Yes, KSP feels like that, but I tried it when it was much, much simpler. Are you interested in politics? I'm so much into politics, you have no idea. I actually did a live stream about this Slovakia elections last night. Not on this channel, clearly. When you're a student, what apps and website uses it? But it depends so much on what you're doing and everything. There's no way to answer that in apps. Everybody's just... Okay, yes, I use Nano. I just do. What does that mean, Precious? It means that when you do the integral over... When you do the integral of the derivative of something, that is equal to the integral on the border of... Boo, politics, yeah, sure. Sure. Why is 1 divided by 0 undefined? Such a deep question. Because what would it be if not undefined? How would you define it? I mean, you can define it, but then you lose a lot of property. No. When you do define 1 over 0 to be something, you lose a lot of properties that you otherwise have in the real numbers. So, you watch Hazan. I have no clue what Hazan is. Let me Google that. Hazan. I still have no clue what this is. Hazan Habi, political commentator. Never heard of it. Him. Hazan Dogan Piker. Turkish and American. No, never heard of him. Wow, he's tall. 1.9 meters. Have you tried Arch, guys? Yes, you're the guy that didn't hear anything. Yes, as I've been telling everybody else, but you haven't heard of it, obviously, I do use Arch on my laptop. I just learned that you love poems. What are some beautiful poems you would recommend? That is a tough one, because honestly, this... One over 0 is 0. No, it isn't. I mean, you could define it as 0, but then it's a mess. But sure. Missing a pin on my sweater? What do you mean pin? Pin. The pin, yes. I've got all of my pins over there. You're confused with them. You think you can change something? I know Italy changed like... the thing is that, yeah, sure, we changed like 52 governments in 50 years or something. And all of them were, different governments. And yes, let's not start that right. I don't have, honestly, I don't want to do that right now. Have you ever tried Linux from scratch? Of course I tried Linux. My phone runs on Linux from scratch, obviously. No, I've never tried it. Do you use KDE Localize? Nope. I don't know what it is, actually. I have heard of it, but I don't know what it is. KDE Localize. Localize, the localization tool. Yeah, no, I don't use it. I actually don't translate anything. I prefer to do programming. Try Arch update checker widget when you try Arch. I'll do that. I haven't updated my Arch system in a while. I think I have like 5 gigabytes of updates to install. Silly question hour. Yeah, just go with silly question. I don't have the strength for actual questions. How to use 3 fingers for gestures? It is easier than 4. Again, we use 3 finger gestures out of the box. I don't know what else to say. Like, it literally, we use 3 finger gestures. You don't have virtual desktop. Add virtual desktops. And you're gonna know that we use 3-finger gestures out of the box. You're gonna know. No, it's a good question. You're very rightful to ask it. I just don't feel like going into it right now. Cool. But I mean, it's a translation thing, right? I just don't do translations. Because I just don't have the time for it. Will there 2D gestures for switching desktops? What do you mean 2D gestures? What do you mean 2D gestures? Yeah, we're not gonna have that until we have customizable gestures, which nobody's working on, so. Which distros do I use? Wait, do I get that questions like 5 times in the same stream? Ubuntu over there and Arch over there, depending on whether I'm on my laptop or computer. Whenever it comes out, is doing some work here, because sure. Rapid fire. Chrome extensions, I don't use Chrome. My crush, my girlfriend. Is GNOME cool or KDE? GNOME is cool and KDE is cool too. Yes. I don't use many extensions on Firefox either. I think it's just like Grammarly, just to make sure I don't write dumb stuff, and that's it. My girlfriend is in some of my videos. Search for the Jingpad review. You're gonna see her. She's beautiful. When will we get dynamic virtual desktops? I think there is a Kwin script for that, isn't there? I think you can just use a Kwin script for that. Define infinity, but that, you know, that's, I could speak hours about this. So you can define infinity. Like there are some, okay, infinity in itself is a concept. Infinity is like, we use that word for like something very big, certainly bigger than all of the numbers. And we can actually use numerical systems that extend our numerical systems, like the real numbers, that actually do include numbers that are bigger than any other real number. And of course, we call those numbers bigger than anything else infinity. And I mean, they work. We lose some properties, obviously, but they work. And we can define 1/0 as infinity. And it does work. We just lose some cool properties that we have with real numbers. But they do actually have applications. As an example, the extended real line, which is the real lines or all real numbers and infinity and minus infinity. We use that a lot in measured theory, as an example. So you can do that actually. Do you use any activities? I don't anymore. I used to use activities, I don't anymore. Honestly, I would just like to get rid of them. Was autotile scripts new to Plasma 6? No, we had those for years. Yeah. Right now, I'm just doing bug fixing and testing. So nothing exciting, but necessary nonetheless. Are you smart? I don't know. What are the things that are on your desk currently other than the monitor and the PC? So right now on my desk, I have everything that I've showed you so far. So a bunch of books. One book that I didn't show you, but it was on top of the other books. So I just picked it as well. And the Eminem disc. And now I'm gonna throw everything away. And now my desk is clean. Plasma 6 on deck when? I don't know actually. I'm supposed to know that. But I don't know. Yeah, honestly, it's fine. Do you learn C++ yet, or still getting by with it? It depends. What do you mean by learning C++? Like, I do C++. I write some C++. I'm not an expert of C++, but at this point, yes, I kind of learned a bit of it. I can do C++, just not that much. And I'm quite used with QML by now, so that one is easier. How to get started, a guide on how to make Qt applications. I think there is a guide on the KDE. I'm pretty sure there is a guide on the KDE website somewhere. So let's go to kde.org. I don't know how the deck actually handles updates, honestly. Develop. kde.org, you click on develop, and then you click on develop again, and then discover the framework. No, maybe discover Kirigami, I think, and then there is learn. Yeah, so it's develop.kde.org/docs/getting-started/Kirigami. How do you, sorry, I'm a bit too far for them. How do you pronounce, stop. How do you pronounce pneumonoultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis? Okay, that's the word that was given to the child, right, to spell out. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Kirigami is a small part of it, yes. But you should use it. If you're doing a Qt application for KDE, you should use Kirigami. One hour of stream, I think we are at. I'm gonna end soon, I think. So how's, like, have you ever used the tiling W? Not really. I just used tiling scripts, auto tiling scripts into KDE Plasma. And that was it. So this worked out pretty well, I think. I would say this live stream worked. Yes, I dropped 6% of frames, but that's because of bad Wi-Fi. 60 frames per second. I think the image is clear. I'm wondering how is the streaming quality. Is there a way to know that? I don't think so. Quality of the stream. Good, fine. How mature are Python bindings for QML Kirigami? I've done an application in Python and QML using Kirigami. That's fine, actually. The issue is other KDE frameworks that you're supposed to use and that are lacking Python bindings. So that's where the issue is. Coffee or tea? Neither. Juice. Have you tried Indian food? Sometimes at restaurants in Italy and other places. Not much of an expert on it. Sorry. I think I'm gonna go. This was 1 hour. I think it worked pretty well. And thanks